Hello and welcome to Tonic Studios. I'm Alison and today I'm here with the lovely Leo and we're going to share with you the spring shadow box. I'm here today with Leo.
Hello.
Are you alright?
I'm alright, how are you today?
I'm alright, I'm doing okay.
Good.
And of course we got Alex.
Hello.
Where would we be without Alex?
Lost.
We would be, definitely. So we've got a gorgeous die set to share with you today.
Brand new designer's choice.
But we've got a little interview with the designer to share with you first. He's going to tell you all about his inspiration and where this die set came from.
My name's Mark, I'm the design studio manager here at Tonic Studios. This month's designer's choice is a 3D pop-up dimensional die set. It's perfect for a standalone 3D card, but also works really well as a inside of a 2D card. The inspiration behind this set was spring really. It's a very simple, upbeat, heartwarming little set. It's very easy to make and I could just see it being used on inside of cards throughout the year really. I can see this project being used as either a standalone 3D card. It makes a lovely little gift card with space on the back to write on. Or like I say, it could be used on the inside of a card so that it pops out, which is it's quite a nice surprise for the recipient. I think this is really for, it's ideal for beginners. It comes with full instructions, but it's so easy to put together anyway. But also it would appeal to more advanced crafters just simply because if you want to make something quick, it's not one of our more complex 3D designs. It's a quick, simple, adorable little card set.
Thank you, Mark, for that lovely interview. What have we got here then? This is all the important bits.
Oh, that's it. Let's
open the envelope.
Let's have a little look. I have Mr. Alex has kindly provided a nice piece
of
white
lovely
card.
Do you know, it's so exciting. You've got a nice envelope to open.
I know, and look at this die set. Isn't it cute?
Oh, I love it. The shape.
I know.
It's the shape it is.
Mm-hmm. And it definitely evokes that kind of Taj Mahal feeling.
Absolutely.
And all of these little elements as well. So you've got the flowers and the foliage. Those little raindrops. I love those.
Oh,
little
so
fence
cute.
with a vine. You've got a couple of little deboss sentiments on here as well. So you've got a best wishes and a just for you.
Nice.
In there. And then you've got these beautiful patterns in here as well that you can cut in or layer up depending on.
Do you know what's catching my eye?
What's that?
It's the little deboss details here.
Yeah, I didn't notice those.
I think
adorable.
I have spied them on something. When we go through the samples, I will point them out to you.
I like that a lot of these are connected as well. So the three clouds are connected together, so they cut all together.
Perfect.
I love that. These little flowers up here as well. The backing is all connected, so you can cut them all together. I like doing things as, one cut. One cut rather than three is always a winner for me.
For me too. For me too. You know, when you're cranking that machine, when you've got to do it extra times.
Exactly. You don't have to do that more than you need to. So I love that. And then you've got a couple of little tags on here as well. So it's a very full die set and lots of different things.
Absolutely. Even though it's a small set, it's very compact, isn't it?
It is, absolutely.
Love this pattern as well.
I do. And I can see these panels being used for more than just making the actual little box. I think card fronts and all kinds of decorative things are coming to mind.
I can see this being paper piece. You know me, I love a bit of paper piece then. But I can also see it being coloured like a rainbow behind it.
Oh, that would be nice, wouldn't it? Yeah.
I'm wondering we have got a bit of paper piece then coming up.
Oh, wow. Nice. So yeah, that is the die set.
Beautiful.
Very cute.
Beautiful.
So that is your die set. And of course you do also get your designer's choice wallet ready to slide straight into your ring binder for storing your dies as well. So that all comes with your set. Plus you actually do have instructions for this as well on how to assemble your shadow box in case you need any assistance with doing that.
It's lovely. But it could be mounted on the front of a card as well because it'll all fold flat.
I could see this as like an interesting fold on the front of a card. So maybe you open it up and then, I could see
I can see it inside the card as well though because it'll fold flat. You can place it inside the card.
You could.
We'll show you that later.
We will.
So this is $19.99 in the UK and it's also $19.99 in the US and included are 24 dies. which is an awful lot for that one little space, I
Yes, it
think.
really is.
Lots to do with that.
Mm-hmm.
And I think for the little US cards, it's going to be perfect.
Yes, yeah, I can definitely see a lot of options with
I
that.
can still see you using the UK, but I think the little A2s are going to be amazing.
That's your favourite card size, isn't it, Leo?
Yes,
A2?
I do tend to do smaller cards. A2s, I've done them more since I've been here because obviously we have A2 blanks.
Yeah.
But also little A5 cards as well. I quite often do those too.
You do. The one thing I haven't said, mind, if you're subscribed to the craft kit, you can also get another 10% off.
Mm-hmm.
So even bigger bargain.
Absolutely.
I'm not doing any maths. That's
No, we don't do that.
because I probably get it wrong. But
It'll be about 18 quid, won't it? Let's just
it
say.
will be
about
round
risking it there with that
about.
math.
I wasn't going to do any today. The brain's not doing maths today.
You can also pay in instalments if you want to as well. So you've got ClearPay, ShopPay and
Oh,
PayPal. So
yes,
you can
I
do
forgot
that
about
if you wanted
that.
to spread the cost. Obviously, you know, if you're going to do that, I'd add a few more things into my basket as well. If you're going to
You've got to
split
fill
it
a
up,
basket,
you know,
haven't you?
chuck in some card, a bit of glue, all of those things that you buy every single time.
You know
So
you're
you
going to
never
run
run
out.
out.
You know you're going to run out. So
Absolutely.
be prepared, you know. I know the Novo Deluxe is back in stock, isn't it?
Oh, well.
That would definitely be
Hopefully, because we've recorded this a bit early, so it's hopefully
Yes,
still in
currently.
stock.
Oh,
As
with
of
any
right
luck.
now, it's in stock. So hopefully, when you're seeing this, it is.
I
Still.
haven't put my order in yet.
Actually, yeah, we could probably use some more. Should we make something then?
I was going to say, what have you got to show us, Leo?
Well, so I'm going to be making this little.
Oh, look at it.
shadow
It's
box
adorable.
here. So this is the shadow box as it is made. This is sort of the basic make, shall we
Yes.
say. I'm going basic for this one today. But we're going to show you how to do this. And then we've got some other samples of lots of different
But
things.
there's so
as
much
well.
more you can use with these dies.
Mhm.
Don't look at it as a single project. Look at it as a set of dies that you can bring into other projects as well.
And so I think we all too much store all our dies as a set and we forget that they are also
Absolutely.
individual dies that we can do other things with as well. So I have a couple of pieces cut here. In fact, I've got all the pieces cut. Someone has very lovingly done this for me. I think this was Shabney's who's designed this for us today. So thank you very much, Shabney's, for my lovely prep pack here. So I've cut, Shabney's, has cut the back piece for me here. She's cut a front piece with that sort of aperture. I love that. Cut
That is
into the front.
beautiful.
And then I've got two of the side panels. I'm just folding my score lines.
And
on
that's
here.
done in one cut as well.
It is super handy. And I don't know if this is going to show, maybe. There's that little D-box detail you were talking about.
That's
if I
right.
Pop that here. I wonder if you can just see at the bottom, you've got those tiny little debossed flowers. There's a couple of little sprigs on there.
So pretty.
And using a pearl card or a mirror card, you're going to always pick
or
up
a satin.
or a satin, yes, you're always going to pick up those debossed details, probably more than you would in, say, a Craft Perfect Classic. Or
Well, a
anything
Craft
like
Perfect has always got its own
It's got its own texture.
pattern and
Yeah.
everything, so you're not going to see it as much there.
No, you're not, unfortunately. So yeah, if you want to use one of those decorative deboss, then definitely crack out your pearl card.
But you could also get a little bit of mousse out
You could, absolutely,
if you're using a plain card.
So I'm going to start by gluing my side panels on. And I'm doing it this way because I have an extra piece cut to go over the back that's going to cover my glue tabs on the inside. So I've done this in order today. I normally forget this part.
Hide your workings.
I'm very good at gluing all of my pieces together flat and then put them together like,
I
should have done that
forgot
after.
that.
Yeah.
We're all guilty of doing that, I think.
Absolutely. We kind of get, carried away with our crafting. So,
But you get engrossed, you lose
You do.
yourself in your crafting. I
Absolutely.
certainly do.
It's your mindfulness, isn't it? Your mind is away, doing its own thing. You're
Absolutely.
just crafting, enjoying yourself. We'll just pretend there isn't a bit of glue on there.
I can't see it.
Good.
Correct.
Exactly. That is the right answer. I'm just holding this a little bit longer because it is a pearl card. Obviously, it's not quite as porous as a regular card, so it does take a little bit longer for your glue to bond.
Got no maths today, but we do get some science.
We
Yes.
do. Yeah, we don't do maths on it. I was going to say Monday, but it's not a Monday. It's not even a Monday.
We're all over the place today, aren't we? Yes. So a little bit of glue.
So pretty. I'm loving those little clouds that's coming up.
I know, they're so cute.
Oh, you just wait and see how the tree is put together as well. I'm just so excited by this project.
So go and line this up on the back.
I can see this being made by parents with their children or grandparents.
Mm-hmm.
Or if you've got a children's club.
Yes. These are such cute little things to do and quite easy. So I'm going to leave that to dry. I'm going to bring in, got a little green bit. If I can grab it. Just going to double check how I'm putting this together. It's nothing like looking at these things ahead of time, is there?
Well, you've got to have another check, haven't you?
Absolutely. So I'm going to pop this across the bottom at the back, just like that.
The dimension you can create though with this.
So I probably would have cut the glue tabs off, but I actually want it to go a little bit longer. Again, I want to hide a bit more of my workings back there. So I'm going to fit that right across the bottom. Just make sure that that's still, yes it does, good.
Do you know, I'm always enthralled by a craft. It doesn't matter what the craft is. I like to know what's going on in their head when they're making a project.
Because we all do this differently, don't we?
We do.
Yeah.
We do. But I think that's why I always chit-chat all the way through it.
Yeah.
Because I'm telling myself what I'm doing as well as telling you what I'm doing.
Reminding myself, exactly.
Absolutely.
So
absolutely.
Another one of those, and I have a whole load of these little pieces. So I've got some of the leaves, I've got some flower stems, like this. I've got a couple of these little...
I love that tree.
Hedges as well. So I'm going to start by gluing all of these on. So this is going to sit in the middle of my shadow box here. So it's going to give me that sort of change in focus. So I'm going to pop.
But you can create a lot of depth with that, can't
Absolutely.
you?
Absolutely. Shadow boxes are perfect for this kind of thing, aren't they? Let's grab some of these on. So I'm just going to glue all of these bits on. Do you want to show some of the other ones?
I shall. I tell you, I'm so busy engrossed with what you're doing.
That's all right.
Let's have a little look what we've got. So we've got another little shadow box here. This one, I'm going to tilt it forward. You see all the acetate layers in there. So each of those acetate layers has got something different stuck to it. So the back, we've got some flowers, raindrops. I'm going to turn it that way. Can you see the raindrops in the back? I'm hoping. You've got the clouds, there's the rain. You've got the flowers then on the one in front. As I'm moving them, I'm hoping that they are moving as well. And then you've got butterflies on the next one coming forward. But the colours on this, they are just so poppy. They're absolutely gorgeous colours. This is from Christine. I think this is a stunning little make. But you know when we talked about putting it inside a card? Let me just take this card. So this would sit into the inside of the card there. So as you close it, it will fold flat. And then as you open it, if it's glued in place, then it will pop out. So that's another lovely little make.
Yeah, it'd be really nice. And I love the fact they've used acetate for the different layers so that you don't see kind of the workings, you just see all of the decorative pieces.
Oh, stunning.
I love that. Absolutely love that.
And this is coloured with our alcohol markers. So if you've got them in your drawer and you're not using them, just cut everything out to white card and then pop your colours in. How are you getting on with your gluing?
I'm doing all right. So I've got all of my little pieces onto my little sort of grassy strip here. I was going to call it a grassy knoll then.
That's exactly what I was thinking when you said it.
Yeah, it was absolutely what was in my head. But I was thinking, well, we all have different connotations with grassy knolls, don't we? So
Yes.
maybe we won't do that. So I'm going to glue in then sort of the middle layer of my shadow box. So I've put glue just on one tab for now. And I want this to be slightly above the layer of grass that I've put on the back. So I'm just going to glue that into place. I'm thinking about this now as I'm holding this tab. If I want this to fold flat, do I want one of my tabs to go the other way? Is that how you would normally do it?
I would normally do one way, one the other.
That's what I would normally do too. Good. I need to check, make sure from an experienced crafter, make sure I'm doing it the right way.
I love it. Well, it's a little pop-up box then, isn't it, as well as a shadow box.
So again, I do have to hold this a little bit extra just because it is.
Shall I show another one then?
You do that.
Let's have another
just
look.
holding a piece to glue it.
So this is just using that beautiful panel.
I love that.
That I said about in the beginning.
The shape of it as well.
So it's this one. I'm going to have to show you the panel. Look at that panel. That is amazing.
It's so pretty.
It's so contemporary, yet I think it could be very traditional as well.
Yes, it could.
You could cut this into the card, put a top and a bottom on it. So you could spin it around and cut it again. Make a DL card out of it. Lots of ideas that you could do with this. But again, this is another one from Christine. So she's gone with the really poppy colours. And over the top, there's a lovely piece of vellum. So that will always mute whatever colours you've got behind it. Yep. That will mute it. So that's
it will just give you a slightly more sort of subtle effect.
It will. It's almost like a lens, isn't it? That Vaseline on the lens.
You'll need a bit of
so
that,
pretty. Oh, I do, definitely.
Bit of soft focus.
Absolutely. So I'm going to pop the die back.
So I'm just...
Are you holding for a minute?
I'm gluing my other tab now. I'm so sorry. It's probably the most dull thing ever.
That's fine. So we'll move on to these.
These are so cute.
Little bookmarks from Sharpney's. I love the idea on these. So she's used the little raindrops on the top. And your raindrops come together.
Yeah, there's a pair of them. So
there's a pair.
A nice single cut again.
So there's your... Oh, can I hold that up? Oh, let me put it on my hand. Can you see them there? Are you picking them up there? It's probably the angle of my hand. But you don't want to lose them. So she's cut a load of raindrops, added some flowers, little bit of baker's twine then for the stems of the flowers. So pretty. And then added the clouds on the top. So we have bloom and grow. So every little flower needs its raindrops. And then we can all grow happy.
Nice.
So how is this made? Right, I'm going to give you a little idea with this. I think this is how Sharpney's has done it. I think she's taken this die. So this is the side of the box. I think she has cut it, but not gone to the bottom here. So you've left that bit open. Flipped it over and cut the bottom end. Again, not going as far as this. So everything is still attached and then she's trimmed the edges then.
Very clever way of extending.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We like a nice clever idea, don't we?
Definitely. So I am just gluing the front onto my little shadow box now. So just onto my 2 glue tabs. Just popping that onto there.
Really pretty.
It is. So it's already coming together. You can see the little layers that I've got in there now.
I love it.
So cute. And really quite quick to put together as well. And you could put more layers. I mean, I've only got the 1 layer in here, but obviously that one with the acetate's got 3.
3 layers of acetate.
So you could really
Plus
layer
you've got
it
the
up.
back.
Yeah.
So that's a 4th layer. And let me bring it forward again. And you've got the front. So you can go to town with this. Absolutely. You've got the fence in there. You can add the big tree as well on the front to add even more detail. I am in love with this set. And I think... No, I thought they were doubled up. I don't think they are. I thought Christina doubled them to make them more chipboardy. But I don't think she has. So then we've got another little bookmark then using the layers from the side. So again, really pretty.
I love that little flash of mirror card in there as well.
I like a tiny little bit of mirror. Just to give it that little bit of richness, I think.
Yeah. So I am now on to assembling sort of the front part of my little shadow box. So I have lots and lots of these See, I would have called them little hedges. However, these are going to become a little tree for the front.
That is so clever.
And then I've got one of these pieces that would be your sort of shadow box centre. And I've got one whole one and one I've just snipped in half that's going to become the trunk of my tree.
That
How
is
smart
really
that?
clever.
And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this the wrong way around. I'm going to put some glue onto the box and then stick my little bit of tree onto it, and I'm going to trim it across the bottom. And then I'll add in these.
I think this must be a magical tree.
You think?
I think so.
Yeah. Did you ever read the Magical Faraway Tree?
Absolutely.
How about you, Alex? Was that a book from your childhood?
Yeah, I remember it vaguely.
Yeah.
I remember reading it to my son. I think I was about 8 when I read it. So it's a very old book. And then I read it to my son then when he was little. And I relived it all again.
Yeah.
Saucepan Head and
Yes.
Moonface.
Yeah. All of the classics.
If you haven't read that book to your children,
you
it's a
should.
recommended one.
Absolutely.
It's by Enid Blyton.
Yes.
And every day there was a different land at the top of the
I know,
tree.
could you
wasn't
imagine
it?
that? I think one of the ones that stuck in my head, can't think what, was the one that was all made of sweets and
Oh,
everything.
that would be one of my favourites
Yeah.
as well.
Me too.
But you'd have a topsy-turvy land, wouldn't you?
Yeah, there was a giant land. I can remember there was was that like a storybook land? The woman who lived in a shoe was up there with all of her kids, I'm sure.
Yes, I think she was. But they weren't always nice lands, were they?
They were
There was a
not.
couple of horrible ones. As you've always got to have in a children's book.
Absolutely. Scare the kids.
Absolutely, they go to bed then.
What a bedtime story this is. So I'm just layering up these little hedges to give my tree a little bit of depth. I'm not doing this anywhere near as nicely as Shabney's did hers, but
It is an ingenious way to do it, though.
it really is. I love it. A little bit more on this one.
I wanted to show everyone how the tree is created. That's why I'm just sitting here watching, because I just think it is... If it's something you've never tried, if you've never done... Because it's more like paper sculpture, this is, isn't it? If it's something you've never tried, then give it a go.
There we go. There's my little tree. I'm going to leave that just to finish drying, and I put my little fence on.
I can see this being popped onto boxes as well. You know, if you've got some plain shaped boxes, I can see these decorations being put around the edge of a box.
Yeah.
Because we've done a little milk carton.
Yes.
I'm trying to think of the other ones that we've had lately.
What else have we had?
You know, when you try and think what's been lately,
That's it, because our lately isn't necessarily what's been released lately.
No, exactly.
We're working too far ahead.
But it could be one you've made on a scoreboard as well.
Yes.
It doesn't need to be a die cut one.
No. If you've done a simple little box recently, you could absolutely add even just the frame part. You don't want to make the whole shadow box. I think because of the shape of this, I think that's really interesting.
You're peeking through that window there, aren't you?
You really are. So the last little bit I've got then, I've got a couple of clouds to go in the background, of course.
Fair weather clouds, they have to be.
Yeah.
We're not having no rainy clouds today.
Oh, no raindrops on this one. Unlike the weather outside today. It's been one of those 4
it's
seasons.
Wales, isn't it?
4 seasons in one day over here. It's been a bit sunny.
I think the last week definitely has, isn't it?
Yeah, we had a nice summer while it lasted, didn't we?
You've missed it now, you've blinked.
That's it. Summer is a couple of days, if you're lucky, in late April.
Well, I'm sure I read recently we were expecting a
mini heat
15-day heat wave.
Next weekend.
Is it?
I'll believe it when I see it. Next weekend, you say?
Next weekend.
As in... Oh, is that when I'm away? I will definitely be in the warmth then.
You'll be enjoying. You won't be thinking of the weather home here.
Oh, I might be. My last little bit to go on then, I have a sentiment. So I have the best wishes sentiment here. And we've cut this in green satin. I can't think of the name of it now. But
Emerald something. I can't
Emerald
think.
City,
It could be. It could be.
I'm going to pop that onto the front. Because we've cut it into a satin, you can really see a little debossed sentiment in there.
The deboss really pops on anything like that.
So I'm just going to hold that if you want to...
I shall. I'll show the next one.
That's pretty.
Oh, I love this. The colour is adorable.
The panels on that, and then the clear drops in the background that just kind of show through.
So this is another lovely card from Christine. So she's used the side panels. Let me hold this up. I'm pointing away, but right, I'll bring that forward. So the side wrong way. The side panels here, Christine has cut again in white, but she's used.
She's the big one, hasn't she?
She's used the big one here. No, this one, the big one here. She's cut herself a stencil.
Yeah.
And she's made the background with that stencil.
I really
so
like
if
that.
I tilt it, hopefully you're picking it up.
Just very subtle on there.
So
I really like that.
Have a look at your dies. See what else they will do. We know they make a beautiful shadow box, but what else? And I think that's what the girls have done with this lot. They've looked at them and thought, what else can I do?
Yeah.
I want to get more out of it. So we have little tags that will hang onto presents, could be.
Love that.
So pretty, isn't it? So dainty.
Still using all of the elements, just without the sort of shadow box part to it, but you've still got that opening and then all of the little bits in the background. I love that.
Do you know what I think this would be lovely for? Have you seen those message trees?
Yes.
Where everyone writes a little message. It could be for a reason, it could be a memorial, it could be anything like that. Make one of these on the back then, pop your little message. I think that would be adorable. What about if you've got a school and this is your end of year? Because end of year is a huge thing, isn't it?
It is, especially for the leavers.
Yeah. Get all the children to write a memory on the back from your school. I think that would be
nice.
marvellous. And then a little bit of paper piece in. So again, this could be a dinky little card.
That would be
a nice
lovely little
card.
shaped cards, wouldn't it? If you cut that over a folded card, that would be lovely.
Absolutely. I think I'd put the fold on the side here, and then it'll be an opening card. So some really pretty ideas, I think, here. Don't forget, what are you going to make with them?
Yeah,
and if you do, tag us in your
Tag
makes.
us in your makes, don't forget that.
Because we love to see them.
We do, yeah. If you use the hashtag #ShowTonic, we can then find them wherever you post them. And we may even show off your makes on our Weekender show, the next one that comes up. So I've just remembered I've forgotten to slip this off.
Little bit of tidying, a little bit of gardening, but there.
Just, there we go. And
But
there is
such a
my
pretty box.
finished little shadow box. Like I say, it's not quite as nice as Chavney's original.
It's beautiful.
So close.
Absolutely
Fairly close.
gorgeous. Thank you for that, Chavney.
Yeah, thank you very much. It was a lovely project.
So these are going to be available now on the website. They're not going to be available anywhere else. They're going to be $19.99 in the UK and $19.99 in the US. But don't forget, if you are a subscriber to the kit, that's another 10% off. So what else have we got to tell you? Don't forget your likes.
Yeah.
Don't forget your subscribers. Ding that bell.
Ding.
I knew you'd know where the bell is. I may not. And thank you for joining us. Happy crafting.